Hello everybody, my name is Mr. Music or Carter, and I'm going to talk about why this is the only airsoft gun you need. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of airsoft guns behind me, but to be honest, I don't think they're all necessary, especially if you're starting out. You really only need one or two. So I'm going to talk about the first one I think is the best, and then I'm going to bring up the second one for maybe if you need a backup. This is the gun I would recommend. So this is my 14.5-inch original G&Gs, and it's HPA tapped with the line here. Here's what I mean by your first gun. This has obviously been modified, right? This is something I wish I knew when I was just starting out. If you really think about airsoft, right? If you really think about what it is, it's just a machine that flings BBs. Anything, all of these guns behind me, they all do the same thing. They grab a BB, they put it in the machine, and it goes forward at a certain power. So here's what I suggest when you start out. You get the original G&G Raider. It was not the original barrel that it came with, but if you get an AEG, which is battery powered, you're gonna buy this gun, which I think is about 180, 190 bucks, maybe 200. You buy a $20 battery, you buy these magazines, which I got a box of 10 for 70 bucks, so $7 a magazine. And that can last you until the gun breaks. I mean, I've had this for years. This is the second gun I ever had. It was amazing. It worked perfectly. I did have it upgraded internally, just for survivability. And that was like a $200 upgrade at the time, 7 years ago. But it worked really, really, really well. And then eventually, of course, the parts in there kind of break down, and you've been using it so much, and you'll hear it, and it won't perform as well. And that's when it's time to kind of upgrade to what I have here. So let's talk about what I have specifically, okay? Inside, it says Phoenix. Yeah, it says Phoenix right there. So this is the Backdraft Innovations Phoenix HPA engine. Now you might guess, oh, that's so expensive. Well, it's only 250 bucks, okay? So if you're really thinking that your first gun breaks down, and you're thinking maybe I should get a second one. No. Let me tell you right now. No, don't do that. Get an engine. Get an engine. This is 250 bucks. So let's say you want a gun for indoors and outdoors, right? Okay. Well, instead of getting a second gun, which is the mistake I made, don't do that. Don't get a second gun. Get something called an upper receiver, our new rail, okay? So I'm going to show you guys right now. This is my outdoor version, okay? I have this here. I have a super long barrel at 15 inches, and then the inside is 14.5, which is why you can see that this suppressor, this tracer, kind of sticks inside the rail. So let's say I wanted to run this indoors. This is too long, right? Probably shoots too hard. A screwdriver like this. It's hard to see. There we go. Now just take it off like this. Okay. Now I have this, right? I have this. This is my hop-up unit, my inner barrel, my outer barrel, my rail, my upper receiver, my sight. So instead of getting a new gun for indoors, you get a new upper receiver. Whoa. So here's how it works. This one is tan up here. This one is just an iron sight. This is a new rail, of course, that I bought from someone else. And then it has its own hop-up and inner barrel. It has its own grip. So I attach it like so, and boom, I have a shorter gun. Let's look at it. Boom. Now, it still has that amazing performance, which I'll show you guys in a bit. It still has the same lower, so if you want to get a different trigger than what I have a red one here. If you want to get a different trigger, that's going to stay the same. It has this black lower, which is going to stay the same, which is totally fine in my opinion. You just change the upper half, okay? I mean, that fixes so many issues regarding space and how many guns you have and how many guns will break. I have so many guns that I thought, this is the gun for outdoors, or this is the gun for indoors, and then it breaks. And then one thing in the gearbox doesn't work, and I feel like I have to go and fix it. So if you get one super reliable thing, like the Phoenix Backdraft, right? You can just use that and then change the uppers. It's that easy. So I'm going to show you guys the only other gun I think you may need. Get an upgraded M4. Okay, so I got this one upgraded by Project N1. I sent it to him. This was like 3 years ago at this point. 2 years ago? 3 years ago? And I had it upgraded. I said my budget's $400. The gun itself was $180. It didn't look exactly like this. There was no rails here. And it performed pretty well. I think I have a video up of me using it stock. And then I said Project N1, upgrade it on rails. I want it to be internally upgraded, and they said sure. And man, this thing is a beast. And the reason I suggest you get an AEG, an upgraded AEG, there are 2 fields in California that don't allow electronic HPAs. That's Hollywood Sports Park, and that's Battle Labs. So you don't want to deny yourself of going to 2 different places because you bought the wrong gun, right? So this gun is field legal for both because Battle Labs has a limit of 400, same thing as Hollywood Sports Park, right? This shoots at 380, 390. So it's really good for outdoors, and they allow it indoors at Battle Lab. The only other places that are indoors that have a limit, like Tac City, Project N1, you can use the other guy. That simple. Literally that simple. So you're totally fine. Yeah. So that's my video of why you only need 2 airsoft guns and 3 rails, really. Thank you.